In your absence, they admit the love they feel for you, but in your presence, they pretend it doesn't exist. There are words that are being spoken about you that you have not heard. Not in your presence, not where you can respond, not where it would require vulnerability, but in your absence, something different comes out. They admit it, not lightly, not jokingly, but in moments where pretense fades and honesty slides through. They speak of you with a depth they refuse to show when you are near. They acknowledge feelings they downplay when you're in front of them. They say they love you. And yet, when you stand before them, the truth disappears behind distance, behind guarded behavior, behind a version of themselves that withholds what they've already confessed elsewhere. This is the contradiction you've been feeling. Because on one hand, you sense something real, something unspoken but present, and on the other hand, you experience inconsistency, mixed signals, emotional distance, a lack of clarity that leaves you questioning what is actually true. But now it becomes clear. They are not confused about how they feel. They are conflicted about what it requires to express it. There is no risk there, no vulnerability, no possibility of being seen, challenged, or required to follow those words with action. But saying it to you, that's different. That would require alignment between what they feel and how they show up. And that is where they hesitate. There is a fear attached to being honest with you, not necessarily fear of you, but fear of what comes after the truth is spoken, fear of expectation, fear of accountability, fear of stepping into something real that they cannot control or retreat from easily. So instead, they choose distance in your presence and honesty in your absence. And that creates a gap, a space where you feel something is there, but you're never fully met in it. You are not imagining the connection, but you are experiencing the limitation of it. Because love that is only spoken behind closed doors or in conversations you are not part of does not carry the same weight as love that is expressed directly, consistently, and clearly. And that is what you are being shown now. Not just how they feel, but how they handle what they feel. There is a difference. They may carry deep emotions for you. They may think about you more than they even admit. They may speak of you in ways that reveal how significant you are in their life. But when it comes to standing in front of you and owning the truth, they pull back. They become guarded, reserved, unclear. And that is the part that matters the most, because what is not expressed cannot be built upon. Because what is not shown cannot be sustained, and what is hidden cannot create something real between you. So while there may be a sense of validation in knowing that they feel what they feel deeply, there is also a clarity arising alongside it. Feeling is not the same as showing, and showing is what determines reality. You are not being called to chase what they say in your absence. You are being called to respond to what they demonstrate in your presence, because that is where truth becomes tangible. If they cannot meet you with the same honesty they offer others about you, then there is still a gap they have not crossed, and you cannot cross it for them. There may come a moment where they feel weight of this distraction, a moment where the distance they maintain with you begins to feel heavier than the vulnerability they've been avoiding, a moment where what they've been saying in private demands to be expressed in reality. But that moment has to come from them. Not from pressure, not from the assumption, not from trying to draw it out, from them. And until then, you are being positioned to see clearly, to recognize what you deserve more than hidden affection, more than indirect confession, more than feelings that only exist where you cannot hear them. You deserve alignment, where what is felt is also spoken, where what is spoken is also shown, where what is shown is also consistent, and anything less than that will continue to leave you in uncertainty, no matter how strong the feeling behind it may be. So take this moment not just as revelation, but as direction. Yes, they feel something real. Yes, they speak of you in ways that reflect that. But until the truth reaches you directly, in a way that is clear and undeniable, it remains incomplete. And you are not meant to build your future on something incomplete. So stay guarded in what is real, not what is rumored. Stay aligned with what is shown, not what is suggested. Because the next step is not for you to uncover the hidden feelings. It is for them to have the courage to bring those feelings into light, or for you to continue forward without waiting for them to do so.